So you've done the thing, the weight loss thing. Did you have any tips? What do you think? What's your opinion? What's the best way to go about this stuff?
Well, it's very simple. With this one easy trick, you can lose 20 pounds, but you have to buy my book and subscribe to the channel.
It is getting nice outside, as you know. I have to look good for vacation so I can eat shitty food when I go on vacation. So I am starting my cut. It's horrendous. I'm starving to death constantly. And you know what bothers me? They don't understand hunger. They like I'll suggest, for example, replace soda with diet soda. 0 calories. They don't like diet soda. Replace full fat cheese with reduced fat or even fat free. They don't like that. It's like you don't understand hunger, because if you are hungry, you will like any kind of food. Zevia, that's rich people's soda there, Tony.
It's expensive, but the cream soda in particular is very good.
Does it taste good?
I like it. Yeah, I like it. I only like the Zevia though. The others I don't like at all.
Stevia is not a very good sweetener in general.
The cream soda one, I don't know. I've just, my understanding was that it was the best of the sugars, the artificial sugars. It was like the least, I guess it was less harmful than like aspartame and what's the other, sucralose.
I've done pretty extensive research on all the sweeteners. They're all fairly safe. That's all propaganda. Okay,
so the fact that I'm going to get cancer from Diet Coke is not true?
It's not true, no.
Okay.
There is a connection.
I was worried about that.
I was too, because of the whole Donald Rumsfeld connection. I did quite a bit of research on that.
There was like some mice or something that jacked up with aspartame and got tumors. And
well, aspartame initially was rejected by the FDA, and then Donald Rumsfeld stepped in and said, no, approve it. And they approved it. And it's been in the supply ever since.
Make anybody like, why are you doing that, Donnie?
But yeah, no, I wanted to share my before and after, and I was looking for a before and after for you, but you must have hidden away your big pictures, because I couldn't find any of them when you were thick boy for like a couple of years there.
My biggest was in high school, and there's very few photos of me at that time. It was probably like 16. Before I started getting laid, I'll just say that.
Yeah.
That's the best way to put it. Yeah, like 16, I think. I got up to the heaviest I ever weighed myself at was 273.
Wow, that was bigger than I ever got, but you're taller than me, so.
Yeah. Yeah, I got like 273, and then I got out of high school and I dropped down to like 182. Within over maybe 2 years.
Did you try to lose weight, or you just initially? Oh, okay.
No, it wasn't that. Like I was out of school. I was running around, had girlfriends, and was
doing
having a blast. Plus, I was living alone, so I didn't have money for food. So I would just eat very little and party constantly and fuck my brains out.
Well, party tip for those trying to lose weight with us this summer, or at least with me, whiskey, much less calories than beer. Beer is like eating bread, so not great for maintaining a calorie deficit.
So I'm gonna keep up with you. I started working out early last year. I was talking with you quite a bit about it, and did it very consistently for 3 or 4 months. And then I started working on this project, building a house, and I just said, screw it. Got through the winter, but I have started working out again and am being pretty consistent at it. So I'm trying to lose some weight myself.
Yeah, I got pretty thick.
We do Exploding Star Weight Loss Challenge.
I got pretty thick over the winter. You didn't really get that thick. You stayed pretty lean all year, this past year.
I put on like 15 pounds over the winter. Well, I think I was down to like 205, and then I got up to like 222, and I'm back down to like, I'm on my way back down. I'm like 217 again.
I think my heaviest was 225. That was high school, yeah. And I had no muscle then, too, so I was super fat.
Yeah, that was me. Like, zero muscle.
Yeah.
This weak, doughy, ponytail god.
Look like a fucking, a bailiff.
Yeah.
What a bailiff is? He's the cop who just chills at the courthouse.
And doesn't really do shit.
Yeah. So this photo on the left, when I got married, I think... Oh, no, I was younger in this photo. But when I got married, I was big, too. I was eating pizza. I had a pizza day. I would eat, not my pizza that I make, but, like, real pizza.
Yeah.
I would eat, like, a real pizza every week. But, yeah, I was big. And on the right was after cutting... for about 6 months, I was cutting. From, not this weight, but from, like, 200.
I hope you...
Bam. So because I was morbidly obese, I have the stretch marks. It's really hard to get lean around the lower abs here, obviously, but this was the leanest I've ever been, 168 here, with pretty low... I didn't have a lot of muscle here either, so...
I swear to God you put that up and I thought it was photoshopped.
No, it's legit. I got shredded for this photo.
Damn.
Look on the left, bro. Look how greasy I am from all the pizza.
That's how I remember you. At least like from high school, like right out of high school, like that's what you look like.
Yep, I know. Man, but I got pretty thick this winter. I've lost a little bit of it, but I was I was pushing 200 at one point this winter. But I was trying to put on muscle. We'll see. I'll probably drop back down to 168 if I'm lucky.
I've fluctuated it. Like when I was married, I think I got up around 240 something again.
See, in your profile pic, you look pretty shredded here, and you look super tan.
Look at it. I'm trying to tan myself, like an old leather bag.
But anyway, so you've done the thing, the weight loss thing. Did you have any tips? What do you think? What's your opinion? What's the best way to go about this stuff?
Well, it's very simple. With this one easy trick, you can lose 20 pounds, but you have to buy my book and subscribe to the channel. No, look, man, it fucking sucks. That's the thing about it. It sucks. It's not fun. It's not easy. If there's an easy way, it's probably not going to work other than meth. But aside from that, it sucks. It sucks. And you're just going to have to embrace the fact that it sucks and just deal with it.
I don't think it sucks that bad, dude. I think for most people, if you're overweight, if you're not just trying to get shredded, but if you're like overweight, it's not that hard to like switch to low calorie options. You can eat plenty of food. Like I eat the fuck out of food. I just eat low calorie dense foods. You know, I'll eat if I'm really hungry, but I've already hit my caloric limit for the day, I'll eat fucking cabbage or something. You know what I mean? I'll eat, butter-free popcorn, which is not great, but it fills you up, man. Dietary fiber.
Fair enough. I think a lot of people just eat really shitty. I think a lot of people it's just ignorance. They just don't. Certainly with me, I didn't know how to eat. I didn't understand. Well, with the old food pyramid, like I thought if I ate bread all day, then I was being super healthy.
See, that's a common misconception. I think the carbophobia isn't great for dieting because the problem is then you want to eat a bunch of fatty foods and they have so many fucking calories, man. There's like the bread I get 90 calorie bread, 2 slices, 90 calories. You can buy all this shit at the store now. They have so many low calorie options available. Like
I'm talking about like carbohydrates. Like I would eat carbohydrates all day because I thought that was.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, you got to get your protein, man. Got to. That's the number one piece of advice. Yeah.
Yeah. When I dropped, aside from when I was younger, like a few years ago, when I dropped, I think 30 pounds. Yeah, I was just, that sucked because I wasn't really fat. I was fat. I was probably obese, but I was just like barely at obese.
Yeah.
And, I don't know. It sucked. I was eating less and I was eating differently and I was just working out more and
lifting weights or cardio or I know you did jujitsu.
A bit of both. Yeah. At the time I was doing a bit of both. I'd, run 2 or 3 days a week, and then I'd lift weights like maybe 2 days a week. And I think, the biggest one, probably you're right. The biggest thing is just changing habits. learning how to eat healthy. You don't even have to eat healthy. Just eat healthier. Just eat a little bit healthier.
Cook your own food, man. That's the biggest thing. If you have to cook your own food, you're not going to You're not going to eat shitty food.
Yeah, for sure. That's the big.
And you cannot eat out and lose weight. You just can't do it. You really can't do it.
Yeah. And changing your taste buds too. Like just sticking with eating slightly better. I don't eat healthy by any means, but I eat way healthier than I used to eat. And, just stick with it long enough to where it just starts becoming normal. Like personally for me, you know this, I know you're like this. Like I've always loved cooking. I've pretty much always cooked for myself. So, never was one to buy like chips. I don't give a shit about a chip or like those just junky little snack foods. Like I always wanted to cook myself something. And it's just pretty easy to just kind of learn how to do it. Maybe just certain things you stop making, certain things you kind of make more of. I'm more inclined to make, like pork chops and broccoli nowadays. And maybe back in the day, I'd just make a big thing of pasta and just chow down on 2 pounds of doughy wheat.
Yeah, you got to get your protein. Protein is so important because, for one, it slows down digestion. For two, it has a higher thermic effect, which means it takes more calories to break it down. Your body it's not utilizing all the calories. You're not netting 5 calories per gram. You're netting something like 3 because of the thermic effect of the protein itself. It also reduces the glycemic index of the meal overall. So you can eat carbs and protein together, and it will be much lower on the glycemic index than just eating a bunch of pasta or whatever. And you need protein in your system at all times to maintain muscle mass. If you want to lose muscle mass, you're going to have a lower metabolic rate. You're not going to burn as many calories if you have a lower muscle mass. It's so important to get protein.
Yeah. How do you explain somebody like Scott? Scott grew up on a steady diet of Sam's Choice Cola and Hot Pockets and Doritos. And seriously,
and fucking ding dongs. What was it? Zebra cakes?
Zebra cakes for dessert. Hot Pockets stuffed with Doritos. Open them up and stuff them full of Doritos. And then Sam's Choice Cola. And yet was skinny.
Scott is even worse. Scott is even worse than a preachy fitness person like myself. He's just an asshole. He's just he's genetically an asshole. I don't know what else to say about it.
Scott, you're a genetic asshole.
With no muscle. Maybe he has muscle now. I don't know.
He's got a little bit.
Scott could get jacked and he would never get fat. He could put on muscle easy.
Yeah, no, for sure. Jesus, Scott, you're wasting
exactly
a wonderful gift that you've been given by the universe to have this freaking metabolism where he's got no fat, so like what muscle he does have just shows right through.
Oh yeah, he looks big. He looks jacked. Yeah.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
I found a nice photo of Big Tony here. Is this even you? I don't even know if this is you. Is this you?
I don't know. Oh yeah.
Is that you?
I was probably 240, 245 there.
You don't even look the same because your beard isn't as long as it normally is.
Yeah. Yeah, I was definitely, I think I was like 240 there.
And I don't think it's that hard. I think, like you said, you just have to change your taste buds. You do that by eating healthy. I mean, that's all. You just have to do it for a while and you get used to it. And trust me, once you get hungry enough, dude, everything tastes good.
Speaking of which, did you see that Arnold video?
No.
He did a video for the people of Ukraine, like him just, I guess, talking to the people of Ukraine.
No. Anti-war video trends on Russian social media.
I think this is how we win.
With Arnold? Arnold could.
With Arnold.
Yeah.
He always wins. Haven't you seen his movies? Why didn't we think of this in the first place? He always wins.
I don't think Slavs give a shit about what Russians say or what Germans say, dude.
Everybody loves Arnold. He's such a cultural phenomenon. He's such a sweet guy too. Like I know he's a Republican. Whatever. But like I've listened to him talk. He comes out with whenever there's something really awful going on, he'll come out with a video, and it's always so thoughtful and kind and well intentioned, and yeah, like I've never, when he comes out with these things, like there's nothing in there that I ever disagree with. You know, it's always just like, yeah, he's just a good guy that really cares and really seems to want to.
He's been in the public eye since he was in his late teens. He came over to California, you know, in his early 20s to pursue bodybuilding, and the reason that people dislike him sort of is because he won a couple of Mr. Olympias that he didn't really deserve just because of his notoriety, and he had so much influence in the industry because he was a Hollywood star at that point when he came back out of retirement. But as far as his like opinions on stuff, he's usually pretty milquetoast, like liberal, right? He's
for sure
not a very nice guy.
Yeah. I wasn't nothing. I mean, there's nothing. No suggestions or policy propositions that he comes out with that I think are, he's not talking about that. It's just, you know, I guess he just makes these appeals for humanity in these different situations, and it's just really refreshing, especially to hear it from Arnold. He's just such a beloved character.
Can we stop with the great man fallacy, please?
Nope.
Is this it?
Yes.
I want the video. Where's the video?
The video is like 9 minutes long.
Russian friends and the Russian soldiers serving in Ukraine.
So quiet.
I'm speaking to you today because there are things that are going on in the world that are being kept from you. Terrible things that you should know about. The strength and the heart of the Russian people have always inspired me. That is why I hope that you will let me tell you the truth about the war in Ukraine and what is happening there. No one likes to hear something critical of that.
Why does he think that his video is going to make it through the firewall? I don't get it.
It did, apparently.
Well, of course. They have VPNs and shit. That's how they have the internet in China. They use VPNs. I mean, it's not like they can really shut off the internet effectively.
So, I mean, incidentally, though, James, you need to get a poster of you right behind you flexing, just like Arnold did.
He has a poster of himself.
Yeah, look at him. Right behind him, there's a poster of him.
Right. Hey, if I won Mr. Olympia, you better bet I'd have a life-size blow-up with that.
He earned it.
He's like the second most winningest Mr. Olympia of all time, I think. Yeah, pretty epic, dude. He was huge. Like he lost a bunch of weight for like the movies, but he was huge back in the olden days.
Oh yeah. I seen what was it, Pumping Iron, that old documentary that they did about him.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Talking about just calming every time you're flexing. It's like I'm just calming and calming.
Oh, he was on some shit back then, as you can probably tell.
A bit. Good for him. Godspeed, Arnold.
California in the frickin' 70s.
Yeah.
How about Sylvester Stallone, man? Did you see his most recent film? I forget what it's called.
Last Blood, probably.
That's what I was thinking, but I didn't want to say that because it sounded silly.
Which is why that's the name he would have picked. No, I've seen the one prior to that where he was in Southeast Asia somewhere, and he looked like the frickin' Hulk. He's like this big, you know, his shoulders are just like huge, and his arms come way out, his giant deltoids. He's just like kind of hunched. And Last Blood. It is Last Blood. 2019.
I'll be damned. So
Rambo is the one that I seen.
Okay, yeah, this is. Yeah, he's not big in this. This movie was awesome, dude. If you haven't seen this, Last Blood.
No, I've not seen it.
Yeah, it's badass, dude.
That's the most recent. That's the one where he's not big.
Somebody like kills his daughter and he goes fucking ape shit. It's awesome. I think they kill her, like kidnap her or some shit. But anyway, he does Rambo shit. Yeah,
obviously.
But it's not a scenario where he's like chasing after them. I don't want to spoil too much of it, but he like holes up and they come after him. So it's like a Home Alone, but with fucking Rambo. It's awesome.
Beautiful. love that man. He could do anything, and I'd enjoy it.
Yeah, very good movie.
But yeah, man, the stuff that they're coming out with now, I don't know if it's new stuff or old stuff, or it's just the fact that he's got ridiculous amounts of money. But I mean, he looks insane, and he's well into his 70s at this point, right?
Well, he's a genetic phenom, and he has access to all the best doctors. Obviously, he can get whatever he wants. Some people just have a really high tolerance for drugs. I mean, like they could just do a bunch of drugs and it doesn't kill him. He's just a genetic phenom.
I guess I'm like, maybe, I don't know, on a different part of that spectrum. I've done a bunch of the drugs that aren't helpful to you.
Yeah, right.
Didn't kill me. But,
you're the best at surviving, like drunk driving or something.
Yeah.
That's your genetic gift.
Oh my God. The amount of drunk driving I've done in my days. Jesus Christ.
Oh, Lordy Lord. In Roblox.
Yeah. This is all fictional.
Parody, folks.
I would like to see, I mean, because you see it like Jeff Bezos. There's like photos of Jeff Bezos. I mean, he's not shredded. He's not jacked, but I doubt that he's really working out. He looks like a very fit guy. Elon Musk.
He got in shape.
Fit.
Yeah, they get
Is that
in shape.
what it is? Is it not just he gave a doctor $1 billion and said, I want to be in shape. I don't want to get in shape. I want you to make me in shape.
You can sort of do that, but yeah,
sort of. Can I take a pill that like makes my cardiovascular system better and makes my muscles just grow without actually having to work out?
There's nothing you can do to put on muscle that doesn't involve lifting weights, really. I mean, you can gain like 5 or 10 pounds with drugs, but you're not going to gain more than that. Doesn't matter how many drugs you do unless you're lifting a lot of weight. You have to lift the weights to gain muscle, but you can get shredded, obviously, with drugs.
No matter how many drugs, I'm wondering like what's available to certain people. I guess with the stuff that somebody would order from Mexico or from Eastern Europe, you can't do that. But what's out there that's available to the billionaires of the world that we've never heard of?
Nothing. There's nothing you can, dude. The bodybuilding community is like mostly rich fucking white people, dude. They have access to everything. There's nothing you can do. You have to lift weights. You can't be a lazy fuck and put on muscle. You just can't. You can put on a little bit, like I said, 5 or 10 pounds, but you can put they have the fake muscles you can put in, like the fake abs and shit. Have you seen those?
I'm interested in those, yes.
Tell me more.
Tell me more.
Yes.
So abs, I look like I have muscles, but I don't have to do anything. Yeah. Working out's one of those weird things. Whenever I get into the habit of working out regularly, I always feel better, and I'm always like, I should do this more often. I should keep this up. And then something happens to where I stop. And then I'm like, I don't need to do that anyways. It's not that rewarding to work out and feel that, feel better after you work out.
What do you mean? What do you mean by working out? Because I mean, lifting weights and cardio are both required, but they're not they're not the same thing. Like CrossFit's not, I don't like CrossFit, right? It's not a thing.
I'm saying, I guess either or. So like I'll do, I'll run, and I run down the road and run back, and it's kind of uphills down. I don't run. I jog.
You don't have a treadmill?
I had one. I threw it out. I think they're the biggest waste of space. No,
get a treadmill. You don't need to run. You just need to walk. Put it on a slight incline, like a 5 or something, and then just walk. If you're going to watch TV anyway, watch TV and fucking walk. That's your cardio. Just get your heart rate up for an extended period of time. Okay. That's what you need to do. Well, running is kind of hard on you. It's hard on your knees and shit.
Yeah, it's particularly hard on mine. I bought the Vibram 5-finger shoes. Hang on.
Oh no, they got you. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh my goodness gracious. Never in my life I thought I would see that.
I run on asphalt for miles in those.
You don't feel a little silly wearing those things?
Oh, everybody makes fun of me. Everyone. Because I'll wear them out I'll go grocery shopping in them all the time too. I would wear them up to the gym when I was lifting weights. Everybody look at me.
Oh no, I would make fun of you next. You can't do squat. I guess you could do squats in those. That'd be pretty good, actually.
Yeah, they're fine. I mean, I wasn't doing like crazy squats. Like when I would do squats, I was not get super heavy.
I don't know. I've never squatted barefoot. I know some people squat and deadlift barefoot. I've never done it though.
Yeah, but yeah, what I was saying, like regardless of what I do, whether it's this, cardio or whether it's just getting like a good weightlifting session and doing an hour and a half lifting weights where you got a little bit of sweat going and you're just feeling like you always just feel better the rest of the day. You're high for the next few hours. But that's what I'm saying. Like I know that I feel great, and then once
still not enough, is it?
You establish that habit over a couple of weeks, and you're like, "Hey, I'm actually feeling better. This is really good. I've got more energy. I feel more positive." But then you still stop lifting. You still stop working out, and you're like, no, it's cool. I didn't get that much of a benefit. Like I know I got a big benefit from it, but I convinced myself that like, it's not that much. I was just making it up. How good I felt.
Well, if I don't lift weights, I want to kill myself for being a fat slob. And if I don't do cardio, I actually started getting depressed. Like the cardio is actually really good for like relieving depression, in my experience, at least.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I try to explain this to like people that don't have the energy to work out. Like, no, if you work out, you will have more energy. It's
exactly.
Fact. Yeah. It is a
That's
fact.
True.
You just have to like just get through that first week. Just do it. And
also,
all of a sudden, you're going to have the energy to work out and do other stuff.
Right. You're going to sleep better, much better. And also, cardio increases your nitric oxide production, which will increase your boner quality. So there you go, guys. Another reason to do cardio. You're going to watch fucking TV and be a bum. Get on the treadmill and watch the TV.
And you will have natural whippets in your blood.
Well, yeah, kind of. Kind of. All right. This is what happened. There is a way to get muscles without working out. Here you go.
What about the Bruce Lee, the zappers? You like put it on, it's like zzz, 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 zzz,
no.
Zzz.
Those are about as good as 5-finger fucking toe shoes.
When I did physical therapy for my knee, they had one that they would put on my leg because I had like real bad atrophy in my quadricep.
Oh, really? I imagine, yeah. There you go. So here's what you do. You get some oil. It could be any kind of oil. You can use like vegetable oil, peanut oil,
olive oil,
sesame oil. Olive oil, I wouldn't do that because it degrades. I would do peanut oil or something. And you inject it right into the muscle, you see? Yeah. That way you get the big muscle, but you don't have to lift any weights. And you look fucking jacked, bro. I mean, look at this.
Dude, that looks amazing.
Look at those traps, son.
Look at those traps.
Jeez. This is like...
Did you imagine seeing that guy and then you go to shake his hand and he's got the weakest handshake imaginable?
I mean, look at his forearms.
This is not, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm saying those forearms, like those are not the forearms of a man that lifts heavy things.
Also, skipping leg day, bro. Come on. Only pussies skip leg day. It's supposed to hurt.
But that dude on the right just looks silly.
He's never worked out in a day in his life.
No, he's not. Look at his freaking gut. If he didn't have all that shit injected in him, he'd be like the classic Coke bottle.
Yeah, right. He'd look like an American. So this is, they have synthol, which is like what you actually use in the bodybuilding world to like blow up your biceps, because it's hard to make your biceps grow for some people, especially, or your calves. They'll do their calves too sometimes. But these guys get like body dysmorphia, and they just start injecting fucking vegetable oil and shit into their muscles. This was a big thing in like Brazil a few years ago. I guess they don't realize how silly they look. But yeah. Anyway,
yeah.
Just lift the weights, man.
Just lift the weights. That looks pretty silly.
Oh, I could show you the abs too. Let me show you the abs real quick.
All right.
The ab implants. Some of them look good. Like, yeah, those look good right there, right? Because he looks good.
Yeah.
Look at this fucking dork.
That's
have
what
to
it
keep
would look
working
like
out.
on me.
Yeah, you can't stop working out and just have freaking abs. Plus, they're look how bowed out they are. It looks like looks like he has a GH gut.
Looks like Joe Rogan.
Now Joe Rogan's short. You got to get him some slack, man.
You pull up that there's a Rogan HGH gut when he was doing like the weight loss challenge.
Right, but he's short, man. He has a short torso. I feel his pain. I'm short too, and I have a short torso. If you eat a meal, you just look fat as fuck. There's not much you can really do about it. Like, look at this guy. It doesn't look too bad. It doesn't look natural, though, does it?
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't look like...
It doesn't look like... Well, I mean, you need like the whole thing for it to make sense. If you just have the abs...
Here's the problem, I think. He's not flexing. You have to flex. Even if you're shredded, you have to flex to show abs. He's not flexing. Yeah. He's like stretching his abdomen out, but he still has the abs. It doesn't look right.
Well, I think even then, like, your abs are not going to be the first thing that you go for the definition for, right? Like, if you're a man...
They're the last thing that comes in,
Yeah, like, oh, I'm going to work on my arms, I'm going to work on my chest, I'm going to work on my back, and then, like, after everything else starts looking pretty good, you're like, heck, man, I'm going to start doing some crunches, trying to get my abs going, but...
Working out abs doesn't really do much for abs. Really, you just have to get shredded. And when you get shredded, the last thing to show is your abs.
Okay. So if I do a bunch of crunches,
you're wasting time. It actually might be bad for your posture too if you're not like doing a lot of. Do you do hyperextensions? You should do hyperextensions too if you're going to do abs for sure. Otherwise, you'll get like an imbalance.
Hyperextensions are like where you trap your feet with your face down and you like pull up.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And then you should really try to pin your elbows against each other behind you too at the top of the motion. That way you can flex like your rear delts and your trapezoid and all that stuff. Yikes. What am I looking at here? She has, look at these on her.
Yeah, that's pretty weird.
Those look really bad, yeah. Man, I would be too scared that they would look bad. I would never get these. Man, it's tempting though. Look at those fucking abs. Look how perfect they are, bro.
Just take the money and get a trainer. You know?
Just get lipo. Lipo is way better than this. Lipo is a good idea. This is a bad idea. Lipo is probably cheaper too. What the fuck? It looks like it looks like a doll or something.
Yeah. Those weird skinny legs.
That's not bad, but I don't know. It still doesn't look natural, does it?
No, it doesn't. No.
It's like when you get a nose job and your face is just ruined at that point. Anyway. No shortcuts. There's no shortcuts. Got to do the work.
Is it David Goggins says, embrace the suck? Is that him?
If you say you wake up at 4 o'clock in the fucking morning to go run, wake up at 4 o'clock it's going to suck. It's not going to be fun. Do something that sucks every single day of your life. That's how you grow. Embrace the suck.